Am I the asshole for sending a Venmo request for a babysitter, hotel, and Uber reimbursement after a dry wedding?
Wait, can you read that again? Because I don't know what the words are that you said.
Am I the asshole for sending a Venmo request for a babysitter, hotel, and Uber reimbursement after a dry wedding?
Honestly, still didn't get it.
So is it Uber you're unfamiliar with or Venmo?
No, I'm familiar with the person's asking for money.
Yeah.
For an Uber request.
So they're asking essentially, are they an asshole for asking their friend for some money? For specifically a babysitter, an Uber ride, and...
Oh, these are three different things. An Uber
three things. They're like, they did a Venmo request. So they're like, hey, you owe me $180.
Right.
You get a notification from your friend that says, hey, Scott is asking Ian for $180, and then in the description it would say for Uber, hotel, and babysitter.
Gotcha.
You're caught up?
Now, yeah, I'm wondering now if that's the problem. If it's the writer or if it's the reader.
I think it may be in your case.
It's the it's the comprehender.
I believe so.
Okay, I guess so.
Oh well, let's find out.
Yeah.
So a friend from college got married this past weekend. Their wedding was 45 minutes from my house, so my wife and I got a hotel room. We checked in, had a few pregame cocktails, and we ushered from the hotel to the venue. We sit down. Wedding happens. It's beautiful. We get to social hour, in quotes, and it's called, and there is no booze. Turns out this was a dry wedding. There was no indication that this was a dry wedding before showing up. I checked the digital version of the invite and the website. Nothing indicating this. I'm pissed for a few reasons. Number one, I might not have RSVP'd yes if I knew this. Number two, I'm pissed I blew a few $100 on a hotel for the night, babysitters, and Ubers. Now you see where it's all tied together, Scott.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what the fuck? Other friends that were there were grumbling and felt similar to me. They might have went on. The night went on and the wedding was fine. Earlier he did say it was beautiful. But honestly, a bit of a bummer. Now that my wife and I have kids, nights like this are rare, and I was pumped to do something. So we dipped out a little bit early and we went out. Other friends rolled with. We left in the middle of the dancing time and didn't stay for the exit. Later that night, I sent a Venmo request to my friend for the cost of the babysitter, hotel, and Ubers. And yesterday I hear from the groom, my college buddy, and he's like, what the fuck, you asshole? I explained I was mad that this was a dry wedding. He said the bride had family that are alcoholics, so they opted not to have alcohol as an option. I told him that's need-to-know information, not informing us. That cost me and our other friends a lot of money. He said I should have asked him and not assumed it was a wet wedding. I don't know if that's the term. I said to him, alcohol is a default option. If you change the default, you tell people. He disagreed with that notion. I said, you drink. Why would I think it's dry? We went back and forth for a while, and now he thinks I'm an asshole. Am I?
Yeah, he's an asshole.
Yeah, this guy's insane.
Well, I mean, I'm not insane. I can understand being a little bit grumbly about, like, yeah, sure you wanted to have some booze, but sending a request is kind of like, all right. I mean, you're using the guy's wedding, which I guess you don't give a shit whether he gets married or not. And you're like, it's more about me going out with my wife and getting hammered.
It's a free night to get drunk on my buddy's dime.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then getting upset about having a hotel room. I guess the guy. What I'm saying is, this man has alcohol problem. I gotta drink to have a good time, and I need it to engage my wife in it.
There's no question this dude's an alcoholic, but I love 50 things about this. I love that sometimes he's like, I refuted the notion to my said acquaintance. And other times he's like, I'm pre-gaming and my buddies are rolling with.
Yeah. He's really trying to make himself sound highbrow in this situation. And like...
Once he realized he was clearly writing a story where he is obviously the asshole, he's like, I got better sound smart.
Better go back and edit this out.
Imagine it's your wedding.
Yeah.
It's 1 a.m., 2 a.m. You're back at the hotel room with your soon-to-be bride. About to seal the deal in the eyes of the Lord.
Okay.
And you get a text from your buddy, who's no doubt wasted now, so it's riddled with typo, that says, you owe me $180 for the hotel, babysitter, and Uber. That's insane.
Well, I appreciate the double down afterwards, right? He is when he's sober and like reclaimed his sensibilities. He's like, yeah, no, we expected to be drunk. Me and my wife expected to drink and get hammered.
Wet wedding.
And I'm so sorry about your family's alcoholics and deciding to care for them.
He didn't sound sorry at all, too.
No, he didn't. He didn't care.
Oh, just because they'd ruined the wedding doesn't mean I can't have a good time?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sure, that'd be nice to know that information, but then saying that you're also not going to go to the wedding because there's no
Yeah,
alcohol.
that he never would have RSVP'd.
Brother.
And he drank beforehand. You're already buzzed, buddy. How
Yeah.
long's the wedding? 4 hours? You have
I
six
mean,
shots in the car, you're
you
fine.
just dip out whenever you want, really.
He also said that they left though with a crew of people. That so he was totally being like, "Let's get out of here. This place sucks."
Oh yeah. This wedding sucks. The support of our friends' love is terrible. Let's go to a wing stop.
Yeah, that's exactly where they would have went.
You guys like wings, right? I do.
Sends a Venmo request for the wings. I had to pay extra for the 4-alarm hot sauce. $2, no refunds.